Well, ladies and gentlemen, finally got some hands-on product. Capital G here, and we're going to do an unboxing of the Ikoria Lair of Behemoths bundle. These, of course, come with, I'll show here on the back, comes with our 10 booster packs. We got our land pack that includes 20 foil lands, countdown die, the box that we can keep or discard at will, and apparently there is a copy of, what is that? Colossification, alternate art. So let's check that out. So almost pulled the trigger on a full booster box, but have to hold back for a little bit. Again, I'm not entirely sure when I get to go back to work. Pros and cons of the aviation industry. It's a great career, but sometimes something really, really odd happens. And that's what we have here. Ooh, I like the box. So cool. And this is what they've been doing recently with these packs, is like this humongous countdown die. This is huge compared to the old ones. I really like that, actually. And here's our foil classification. Shouldn't be too hard for me to find a home for it. And that's lands without the foiling, so I'm assuming all the foil lands are in here. So let us see what that is all about. Ooh, there they are, nice and shiny. I like these lines, actually. Once again, a home run with the art on these. I wonder what's up with all these crystals. I'll have to see if they've started putting up some like lore information, because these a common theme I'm noticing with Ikoria are these little crystals here. There's our mountains. Crystals aren't so obvious, but a little bit here. On our forest, this one actually reminds me of one of the areas in Zelda with the flat top trees. Now for the juicy bits. The boosters. You get 10 of them in here. Close I'm hoping for. Actually, I really, really like that green mutate creature that destroys artifacts and enchantments when it mutates. So, let's see what we have. So, Mutual Destruction, Spellweaver Wolverine, Adaptive Shimmer, kind of boring. Phase Dolphin. When it attacks, another target attacking creature can't be blocked this turn. Okay. Bushmeat Poacher. This one might actually be pretty good, being able to, I mean, it's mana and a tap, but still. Gain life and draw a card. I can't see that being a problem. Spontaneous Flight, Rumbling Rock Slide. Fully Grown, +3/+3, and put a trample counter. I like that for sure. Ominous Seas. That's one you can accumulate counters, and then you can take off 8 counters to create an 8/8 Kraken. Definitely a fan of that. Whenever you cycle a card, you may have this become a 5/4, Reptilian Reflection. Flourishing Fox, it cycles. Whenever you cycle a card, it gets a +1/+1 counter. And we have our first Mythos straight off the hop here. Mythos of Vadrock. Actually, this art looks way more impressive on the card than it does even online. I love Seth McKinnon's work on this cycle. And a foil Thieving Otter, just because. And that's our soldier token. So, yep. Hoping for that green guy that deals with artifacts and enchantments. Any of the Wedge Legends, really, because they're all pretty good. Heightened Reflexes, I like that. 1/0 and a first strike counter. This is not so great. Coordinated Charge. A little too expensive for what it does. You get your choice of counters, but it's 6 mana for a 3/6. Blitz Leech. It's 6 mana, way too expensive for our format, but it has flash and it kills a creature, so. Tentative Connection. Costs 3 less to cast if you control a creature with menace. So that might be fun for some Yasova Dragonclaw action. Farfinder, I'm actually a fan of a 1/1 Vigilance that we can mutate onto. It gets us a land when it comes into play. I'm a fan of that. Adventurous Impulse. Reveal a creature card. Blanket from among them. So top 3. So that's pretty good for limited or standard maybe, but not for our format. Solid Footing I like. It flashes in with a 1/1. As long as it has Vigilance, it assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Ooh. I'll do some sneaky stuff with that. Boot Nipper. Comes in with either a Death Touch counter or a Lifelink counter. Yeah. Crystals, again, fun for casual. Commander is a format that has been speeding up, so I don't see these being super relevant outside of cycling decks. Momentum Rumbler. It doesn't have first strike, it gets first strike counter, and if it has first strike, it gains double strike. Okay. Call of the Death Dweller. This is a fun little card. I'm really excited for that. And haha, Shark Typhoon. It's a 6 mana do nothing enchantment if you cast it that way, but hey, cast any other non-creature spell, you get a shark. And then Ominous Seas in foil. Definitely some good stuff there. What else am I looking for in this set? I really like... these I need. These little punch out tokens, although they're really paper thin. Like, I know some, I've got a copy of an old war game from the 70s called Panzer Blitz, and their tokens are way better than this. But at least we got some tokens. Anticipate, that I feel is a reprint. Night Guard Commander enters the battlefield. If you attack this turn, you get a 1/1 human soldier token. Might be good for the Mardu humans deck. Shred Shells, destroy target artifact or 4 damage to a creature with flying, or it cycles. Actually, this is a cool card. This is a cool card. I would keep that one in mind. Mysterious Egg, whenever this mutates, could have put a 1/1 counter on it. No thanks. It might be good for the Nest. I'm trying to remember her name. The Naya commander that loves eggs. Startling Development. Until end of turn, target creature becomes a serpent with base tower toughness 4/4. Good surprise to people with that. There's another one of those poachers. Mammoth, it enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life, and it's a 6/6 elephant. Oh! Lopakit. It is a fox bird. When this creature mutates, it gets a 1/1 counter. I like that flying thing. Being able to turn something into a flyer and give it a +1/+1 counter. And the art. Ooh. Ram through. Target creature you control deals damage to its power. Target creature you don't control. And the spell itself kind of has trample. Maned Serval. 1/4 cat with vigilance. That one might actually make it to Arabo. Being able to have like basically a swinging for 3 with vigilance every turn. If swinging for 4 vigilance. Duskifying Mentor. Enters the battlefield, put a lifelink counter on a non-human creature you control. And put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control with lifelink. Okay. Might do some fun things with that. Necropanther. I wish my cat deck included black, but it does not. What is this? When this creature mutates, return target creature card with mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Cool. Boneyard Lurker. And when this creature mutates, turn target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Might be decent in Muldrotha, actually. Might actually be decent there. Actually, this is decent in Muldrotha. Boom! Fiend Artisan. That's a good one. The big pull of the deck of the day so far. pack. Greater Sandworm. That I feel is a reprint. Was that in Hour of Devastation? Amonkhet or Hour of Devastation, one of those two sets. I feel like I've seen him before there. Turtle 05. Whisper Squad. Search your library for a card named Whisper Squad. Put it onto the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle your library. Not for us, that one. Pyroceratops. I just like the name of that. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets a 1/1 counter. That sounds like fun. Springjaw Trap. 1 mana artifact with flash. Sacrifice it, deals 2 damage to any target. Seems like an expensive investment. Survivor's Bond. Return a human creature from your graveyard to your hand, or return a non-human from your graveyard to your hand. That's cool. Helisic Lighter. Enters the battlefield of your choice of flying counter or first strike counter. It's a squirrel. That's the only thing that makes this cool. Essence Scatter. Again, old card, new tricks, new art. Seth McKinnon once again, rocking it. Got a fully grown again. Exuberant Wolf Bear. Do you want to build the bear deck or the wolf bear or the wolf deck with this one? Either way, fits in both. Escape Protocol. When you cycle a card, pay 1. If you do, exile an artifact or creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So if you're playing the cycling deck, Zur the Unwielding will be quite happy with this, I'm sure. Regal Leosaur, another cat that I can't play, unfortunately. When this creature mutates, other creatures you control get 2/1 until end of turn. Not a huge fan of that, but this on the other hand, I'm a huge fan of. Song of Creation. I've seen pictures of the full art version of this card. It is amazing. I kind of want to get this playmat. Just look at the art on that, and of course the card effect is really cool too. I don't have any Teamer Commanders at this time though, so it's kind of hard for me to find a spot for it. There's our common foil, and nobody likes those. But cat tokens with lifelink I can always use. It's not so often that I do unboxings or pack openings on here, but some people can rip these packs off so quickly. So there's another one of those Pyroceratops. Evolving Wilds with new art and all the Ikoria like crystalline things. Convolute, that's a reprint for sure. Unexpected Fangs, put a 1/1 counter and a lifelink counter on target creature at instant speed. May have a home for that, I'll get back to you. Ferocious Tigerilla. It's a cat ape. It's a cat ape. That's all I gotta say about that one. Bristling Boar. Again, that one's a reprint. Checkpoint Officer. 2 mana to tap a creature. And no thanks. Fertilid. A sweet, sweet reprint at common. Sweet. Patagia Tiger. It's a cat with flying. If it wasn't 5 mana, I'd consider it for Arrow, but it might be a little expensive for my taste. That, and he also cares about humans, so nope, not for me this time out. Cloud Piercer, 5/4. Whenever this creature mutates, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Sure, make something huge and get some card advantage. Ivy Elemental, just a straight up XX. Auspicious Starix, a 6/6 with a mutate of 6. Whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the library until you exile X permanent cards, or X number of times this creature has mutated. Put them onto the battlefield. Huatao, anybody? Unbreakable Bond, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a lifelink counter. And, ooh. That's actually pretty sweet. Giganta the Wellspring. I'd have to double check. I think I can just simply companion this with my Golos, the Explorer deck. I don't recall having any cards that have double mana cost in it. I'll have to double check. But I don't think I have to change out much in order to include Giganta as a companion for that deck. Sweet human soldier token there. So, have I hit any of the big money pulls? With the way the online markets have been as of late, it's kind of hard to tell. Light of Hope. Gain 4 life, destroy target enchantment or 1/1 counter on target creature. That's actually really flexible. I mean, none of the effects are humongous per se, but I like that flexibility. Of one mind, if you control a human and a non-human, you can pay 2 generic less and draw 2 cards. Not so certain. Dark Bargain, excellent card, excellent reprint. Frenzied Rapper, just a straight up 4/2. Frostlinks, tap target creature and opponent controls, and it does it on tap. You could pull some shenanigans with that. Gloom Pangolin, I'm sure I've seen this card before. Migratory Greathorn, alternate art. When this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. Actually, maybe Muldrotha wants something like this. I don't know. I'll have to have a closer look at my Muldrotha deck and see what fits. Divine Arrow, some limited chaff that. Glimmergrill, 2 mana to 1 tap. There's shenanigans that can go with that, but Essence Symbiote. Return. Whenever a creature you control mutates, put a 1/1 counter on that creature and you gain 2 life. Nah. Jubilant Skybonder. When a creature you control flying, creatures you control with flying have spells your opponents cast that target the creature costs 2 more to cast. Hey, what was that? What was the name of that fairy that likes flyers? Katira Crystal. Primal Empathy. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. Seems kind of slow, but Everquill Phoenix has the rare for this pack. 4/4 mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, create a red artifact token named Feather with 1. Sacrifice Feather. Return target Phoenix card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So the pieces for Phoenix Tribal are coming slowly and surely. Yeah, as you can hear, my cats have a lot to say. They're wondering why the humans are home all the time. I don't think they ever got used to that. Ooh, top of this pack got dinged up a little bit, I think. So Hampering Snare. I've seen a lot of the cards with this like -2s are like all your opponent's creatures get -2 whatever, and then you get to draw a card. But this one, it's you get the -2 effect or the draw card with the cycling. So I'm not sure I'll use that. Dead Weight, always been a good card. Cathartic Reunion, good to see that back. Wingfold Terran. When it enters the battlefield, with your choice of flying counter or hexproof counter in 3/6. Again, not so great because of that high mana cost. Memory Leak reveals their hand. You choose an online card from that player's graveyard or hand and exile. I like the flexibility there, and you can cycle it away. Tentative Connection. We've seen that before. Flycatcher. Drafted, enters the battlefield with your choice of a vigilance counter or a reach counter. At 3/5, those are not great stats. Pacifism is back. Haven't seen that in a while. Thwart the enemy. Turn all damage will be dealt this turn by creatures your opponents control. Neat little fog effect. It's 3 mana, but still a neat little fog effect. Whenever you cycle a card, tap target creature and opponent controls. Snare Tactician. So for the cycling synergies. Check this alt art out. Bouncing Shore Shark. Mutate and Flash. Whenever this creature mutates, you may return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. Okay. So, give someone a stat boost at flash speed, and you get a tempo swing. Heartless Act. This is considered one of the best 2-mana kill spells now. Destroy a creature that has no counters on it, or remove up to 3 counters from a creature. Excellent, excellent spell. It's going to get something pretty much every time. Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. Deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the number of instant sorcery cards in your graveyard. You can manipulate that to deal 15-20 damage to a target pretty easy. But it's creature or planeswalker, not player. So you can't use it to knock out a player, unfortunately. You can't use this to knock out a player either. Crystalline Giant. Choose a kind of counter at random that Crystalline Giant doesn't already have from amongst all of those. So it's just a source of keywords. And there's the Companion Marker card. I feel like they should have saved that art for something else. I hope when I play this back that it doesn't sound like the mic is too far away from me. I kept the mic a little further just because of how loud the sound of the pack scripting can be. Got some more tokens, and let's see what else we have. Whoops. Suffocating Fumes. You might catch some token decks off guard with that one. Danriff Stinger. Whenever you cycle another card, deal 1 damage to each opponent. Cycling deck would like that. There's the Aegis Turtle again, 0/5. Whisper Squad, who we've already seen, so that's 2. Prickly Marmosets. When you cycle a card, this gets 2/0 till the next turn. It has First Strike, and it's a monkey, but I don't see this being played anywhere, really. The Almighty Bushwag. 1/1 Trample. This is actually pretty good. 1/1 Trample in the Mutate set. I think this is actually really, really good, and the fact that you can dump mana to make it bigger. This might actually be useful for some players. Sudden Spinnerets. Target creature gets +1/+3. Put a reach counter on it and untap it. Day Squad Marshal enters the battlefield. Create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. So again, good for the humans deck. Cavern Whisper. Whenever this creature mutates, each opponent discards a card. I like how nicely this scales. General's Enforcer, for those building the human deck. Legendary humans you control have indestructible. And exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature, get a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. That ability is expensive at 4 mana, but the fact that you might be able to get some tokens out of it might be worth the cost. Charge of the Forever Beast. Reveal a creature card from your hand. Charge of the Forever Beast deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the revealed card's power. Might get some kills there. Skull Prophet. This is the sweetness. This uncommon is going to go a long way in our format between Muldrotha and Marin. Just those 2 cards on their own. As well as any other future Reanimator strategies that hit these colors. Eerie Ultimatum. Return any number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. Also known as return all permanent cards from your graveyard to the battlefield in our format. And Jungle Hollow, Windscarred Crag. I like that Eerie Ultimatum. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to play it. Do I have an Obsidian deck right now? I don't think I do. Yeah, the only Obsidian deck that I've actually run was for not even the Theros pre-release, but for the Throne of Eldraine pre-release. I ended up going with an Obsidian adventure style deck. Lava Serpent, 6 mana for a 5/5 with haste, but you can cycle it away. That actually might be pretty cool. Krista Station, a 1/6 with flash. What's it called? Serrated Scorpion. Whenever this dies, deals 2 damage to each opponent, you gain 2 life. Yeah, it's a 1/2, so actually, you know what? Not super useful in Commander, but I do like the card overall. Raking Claws. This is good. Target creature gains double strike till end of turn, or you can cycle it away. So, yeah, Feather's a fan of this one. Garrison Cat. When this dies, create a white human soldier token. Might play this in Airbow anyways, just because it's a 1 mana cat. Frost Veil Ambush. Sorry. Tap up to 2 target creatures. They don't untap, but 5 mana is really expensive for that effect. Imposing Ventosaur, 3/6 Vigilance, but cycles away for only 1 mana. So really, you're only playing him for the cycling, and if he comes back into play somehow, you get something okay, pretty decent defender. Blood Girdle, destroy target creature, put a menace counter on a creature you control. 4 mana is expensive for a destroy target creature, but at least it's instant speed, and that menace counter can prove relevant. Adventurous Impulse, we've seen that before. I don't think it's very good. Solid Footing, I liked. Escape Protocol, again, if you're building the cycling deck. Keen Sight Mentor, whenever this enters the battlefield. Put a Vigilance counter on target non-human creature you control. Okay, yes, we have seen him before. Swallow Whole. As an additional cost to cast a spell, tap it on tapped creature, exile target tapped creature. So it's sorcery speed, but you get to exile another opponent's creature if it's tapped. So, I mean, the cost is a little high, just the 1 mana and tapping a creature and only being able to go with sorcery speed and limited target. So, again, like the card overall, but for our format, it might be a little tricky. A card I do like, I just got the big hit. Narset of the Ancient Way. Full art. That is a juicy, juicy hit. I'm quite pleased to see that one. I'll just set that one off to the side here because she doesn't deserve to get covered up. Alright, last pack. I don't think we're going to get anything better than the Narset, I don't think, but this is sweet. One more token card. Unlikely 8 for the 2/0 and the Indestructible. I feel like this is a reprint. It seems familiar. Go for Blood. Cycles or fights. So we got some flexibility with that. Clement. Classic reprint. Keep Safe. Counter a spell that targets a permanent you control, and you get to draw a card. Actually, it's pretty good. Might run that. Durable Coil Bug. It's a 2/2 for 2 and can pay 5 to return it from your graveyard to your hand. No. Ram Through we've seen before. Alicia Glider. The Nightmare Squirrel. Farfinder. Again, happy to see Farfinder. Moss Coat Gorak. 2/4 for 3 with Vigilance. Don't actually have a problem with that. It's limited chaff, but it's still pretty decent. There's Ivy Elemental again. Regal Leosaur, Call of the Death Dweller. Oh yes, Gyruda, Doom of Depths. I was thinking about how I wanted to I was debating if I wanted to build him as a companion or as a commander. By building him as a commander, I can ignore the companion restriction and just do some classic black-blue reanimator shenanigans. Alternatively, I can have a closer look at my ninja deck and see if it's possible for me to do that. Actually, no, it wouldn't be, because Kuriko's 3 mana, so never mind that. I'll see what I can even do with this. Folks, you know how I said this was a big hit? Aluna, Apex of Wishes. The last card's a plain island, who cares? But what did she do again here? Mutate for 3, Gruul, blue, Flying Trample, 6/6, Beast Elemental Dinosaur. This mutates exile cards from the top of your library to hit a non-land permanent card. Put it onto the battlefield or into your hand. Yeah. Got some goodies. I am definitely pleased with this. Good hits on this one. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed that. I don't know how many more of these I'll be doing. If I do pick up some more packs, I'll try to save for the videos. Until then, stay safe, enjoy the weekend, and we'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.